Greetings YouTube, Simon here, welcome to another Final Fantasy VIII Remastered guide video, and today we're going to be visiting the shopping arcade in Esthar. And as you can probably tell from the video title, one of the awesome things about doing this is that you can get a free Rosetta Stone. Now the Rosetta Stones in Final Fantasy VIII are fantastic items that actually teach a Guardian Force the ability times 4 ability. Now this is really useful of course, because when you have a character with a Guardian Force with that ability equipped, then that character can have up to 4 abilities at any one time, which is obviously really useful indeed. But to be honest with you, that's not the only reason we want to visit the shopping arcade. There's numerous advantages for us to do so. Now this is available to us when we can actually visit Esthar for the first time, which doesn't occur until a little bit past the start of Disc 3. Now, once you actually get to Esthar, it is quite a confusing location, so you do need to actually find the shopping arcade, which can be a challenge all of itself. But basically, you want to head over to the right-hand side of the city, head to the east of the city, and eventually you should come across the arcade. You'll recognise it when you see it. You can't really miss it because, well, as it's probably going to be of no surprise to you, there's lots of shops there, so you can easily find it once you're there. Now the shops themselves are accessed by using the store directory interface, which you can see on the screen here. By the way, if ever you want to exit this screen and you're playing on PS4, just use the triangle button, as navigating using the directional pad will not move you to the exit button. I figured that out after about 10 minutes of button mashing myself. Anyhow, what you want to do first of all is add all of these shops into your Tombury ability called Shop List. Now the way you do that is that you hover over each in order and you choose to open the shop. Now some of them are not going to open. You have to actually be able to see the shop, see the items for sale in order for it to be added into your cool Tombury shop ability. But as you can see, not all of them were open. However, there's only one, I think, that you cannot actually access as a shop. So if the others are saying they're closed, just keep trying to open them and eventually they will go ahead and open as you would expect. Now, there's a note I want to share with you about Johnny's shop and then also about Cheryl's store. So, for Johnny's shop, as you try and open it, it's going to tell you that it's closed. Now, you can actually access Johnny's shop, but you have to keep spamming the option to select it until eventually it will open to you and the items become available and it will be added into the Tombury ability. Also note as well that Johnny's shop has the means of giving you a high potion and mega potion for free. So you can get those simply by choosing to open the shop, it not actually opening, but from time to time it will give you those items instead. The same is true of Shaman store. You can actually get a high potion and mega phoenix by attempting to open those shops. As you can see, we just got the high potion there. Now the other thing I want to note is Cheryl's store. Just as you could get high potion and mega potions from trying to but failing to open those other two shops, you can actually get the Rosetta Stone by selecting Cheryl's store. Now it's probably not going to give it to you the first time you interact with it, but if you just keep repeating the process, selecting Cheryl's store over and over, can take a bit of time, but eventually you are going to get that Rosetta Stone just literally handed to you as a free item. There's nothing else to it. Just keep selecting it and eventually it will be yours. One other thing to say about Cheryl's store is that as far as I'm aware, it's the only shop on this list that can definitely not ever be open. There's never any items available for sale from it. So by all means get the Rosetta Stone, but once you've got that, don't try and spam it to open it. It will never work. Oh, and just in case you were wondering, all of the free gifts that can be collected in this fashion, including that Rosetta Stone, are only attainable once each. So once you've got the item, it will never be given again. So no Rosetta Stone farming here, unfortunately. But even so, Rosetta Stones are just so valuable, so useful, that there's really no reason not to come and get it, especially because it is literally so easy to come and collect it. Once you've interacted with each of the stores at least once and you've finished with the store directory, it is worth just checking the Tombury Call Shop ability just to make sure that they have all been added correctly. So if they haven't, at least you're still here, you can try and do so again. Oh, and I've just checked as well. One of the other shops, Don Juan's, is a junk shop, so you can't add that to your list either, which means that in total, there will be 4 shops you can add to your cool shop ability. Okay, folks, next up, we'll move on to some useful items that are worth mentioning. The 4 shops then will be appearing in your new list, your cool shop list, as Esthar Shop, Esthar Pet Shop, Esthar Bookstore, and Esthar Shop, with 3 exclamations. Now, Esthar shop without exclamations is a little bit boring, not a whole lot to see there that we haven't already. Esthar pet shop, on the other hand, is actually fairly useful. As you can see, you have all of your nice Guardian Force abilities, some of which we've seen before. Amnesia Greens are always useful since they help us to delete abilities that Guardian Forces have already learned, and that makes room for other abilities that we want to teach them. You have all of your standard junction scrolls should you wish to learn those immediately. And also, you now have access to these powerful items such as Giant's Ring, Power Wrist, Force Armlet, Hypno Crown. Again, these are great for teaching abilities that your GF might already be able to learn, but you didn't have the AP for whatever reason. But incidentally, in terms of refinement, Power Wrist, although 15,000 gil, you can actually purchase one of these and refine it using tool refinement into 10 aura stones, which can then be refined using the support magic refinement ability into 10 aura. So for 150,000 gil, you can deck one character out with 100 aura if you don't already have it maxed out. And similarly, with Giant Ring, you can actually turn one of these into 60 protect magics. So purchase 2 of these and you can max out one character and have a little bit of change left for another. And Force Armlets, since these are now available in abundance thanks to just being available in the shop, can also be purchased and refined into shell magic. Now, incidentally, the Force Armlet, if you don't already have it, can be purchased for Rinoa's ultimate weapon, which I still haven't done a video on, but I will be getting round to that shortly. So some pretty nice items there. And also in the Esthar shop with the exclamations, there's some really nice items that you can buy just for usage, to tell you the truth. X potions are available, but also elixirs. Elixirs for sale in a shop in Final Fantasy. I don't think I've ever seen it. They are a little bit pricey, 37,500 gil, but don't worry, there's a money-making trick we can use, which I'm going to show you in the next episode, and you will make millions, literally within a minute, okay? Give yourself a minute using this trick, and you'll just make so much gil, you'll be dying to know what to spend it on because it'll be just filling up so quickly. So don't worry, those elixirs won't go to waste, and you can even refine them into mega elixirs as well if you really want to spend some money. 10 elixirs using the medicine level up ability can be refined into a single mega elixir. Nice. And finally for today, folks, let's sort out that new Rosetta Stone by teaching one of our Guardian Forces ability ×4. Now, right now, I've already collected one Rosetta Stone, which is the one we got in the prison earlier on, and I gave that one to Diablos, replacing his ability ×3. Now, seeing as how Selfie currently has Diablos, she is the only party member right now to be able to make use of X4 ability, as you can see there, which means we need to sort Squall or Zell out with that ability next. Now, here's the thing, we are going to be acquiring a new Guardian Force a little bit later on, who will actually come with the ×4 ability already, and that Guardian Force is going to be going to Squall. So, we just need to sort Zell out, or whoever will be occupying the third party member's position at that point, which means that we need to see what Guardian Forces Zell is using, as they're the ones that we need to consider giving the Rosetta Stone to. Now, as you can see, he's using Brothers, Carbuncle, Leviathan and Tombury, and fortunately, since we're so close to the end game now, these will be the same Guardian Forces that our end game third party, or rather first, by the position that he's in right now, first position party member will be using those same Guardian Forces. Now, out of those particular GFs, I've chosen Carbuncle as the fellow to learn ability ×4. He already has ability ×3, which means we can go ahead and clear that with, Amnesia Greens, that's the one. So we're going to select Amnesia Greens, go down to Carbuncle, choose ability ×3 and delete. And then we're going to go ahead and select the Rosetta Stone and teach that to Carbuncle in its place. And now if we go over to Zell, we can see that he has ability ×4. Yay, only Squall left to go, and as I said, we are going to be acquiring a new Guardian Force with that ability, which means we won't require a third Rosetta Stone for that particular task. Now, you can obviously choose what abilities you want to put on Zell's fourth ability list, but obviously having the choice to equip a fourth is going to make a huge deal going forward. Anyway folks, that pretty much brings us to the end of this guide, so I hope it's been helpful to you. You know, we're really packing a punch now with our party, aren't we? And we seem to be getting stronger by the episode, and I'm still not leveling either. That's all to come. Well, thanks for stopping by today guys, I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you have, please don't forget to drop a like, and come back soon as we continue on with more Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. See you next time, goodbye.